And what's really impressive to me is the overall volume and liquidity when we saw that reverse. So we had a really nice move all the way up to like 80 cents and change pre-split, or pretty much from $10 all the way to 18.80 and then sold off. Now in this day, we saw anywhere between 10 to 11 million USD was traded in that marketplace intraday. Today, we're still seeing over $1 million USD trade. So there's a lot of demand. I think there's been a lot of accumulation at these prices. It makes sense in terms of valuation. It is a no-brainer here. I think, again, you want to be one step ahead. You have to be optimistic when others are fearful, or else you could just wait for the momentum and the breakouts, which is what I'm seeing that's about to unfold here. Okay, now my upside targets are going to be 14.45 and 15.48. So essentially, we can just call it 14.50 to 15.50. You have this $1 range here. And I think it's really interesting because when you look at the open, we see 14.50. It's off by 5 cents on our fib. The high of day, 15.44, off by 4 cents. Okay, and it ended up rejecting all the way down. So definitely significant in my eyes. Two levels I'm going to be watching, but pretty much once it breaks 15.50 and change, I think it's highly likely to retest this level at 18.80. So there's a lot of upside potential here. I really don't see a lot of risk at these prices, especially if you're accumulating at 10, 11, 12. I think you should be fine if you have a longer term swing or just long-term investment mentality here with Sidara. Next is Chromadex, ticker CDXC. This was an absolute monster call out at $1.60, still holding up over 130%. Never once did it ever go red. This is a stock that I feel has a ton of institutional presence and smart money accumulating. This was the perfect reset from the top. We saw percentage-wise about 36, 38% reset, and then continue to run up almost 40%. I'm at about half that time. So it looks great going into earnings. If the numbers continue to improve, this thing could be a rocket ship all the way up to five, possibly even $6. What I think is fair or realistic is coming to this green line at 609. Okay, that'll pretty much be, around 60 to 80%, I believe. Let me see if I'm doing that math correctly. Yeah, so about 60% there. And then again, from where we would call it out at 160, if it gets to that point, that'd be around 282% total upside from our call out. All we have to really do is get on the north side here of four, really 405, and I think we'll be good. Definitely going to be a lot of turbulence, in this low $4 range, right? It struggled there for a few days when it hit the peak, but in terms of the way it's holding, I really like it. The only thing I don't want to see is this head and shoulders, right? It's very possible that we're seeing sort of one, two, and then three form, right? I don't want that to happen. I want to make sure that we, get that one little break so that we could sort of invalidate this technical setup.